Hi drummers, hope you're well. Little drum fill of the week for you today, featuring the Swiss Army Triplet sticking that I talked about in the last video. Link to that below. Drum fill goes like this. Now, the Swiss Army Triplet, just to give you a very brief background, is usually played with, as the name suggests, a triplet feel, or actually most often a sextuplet feel. And the basic sticking for a right-hander is a right flam, a right stick, and then a left stick. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. What I've done here, which you might well have spotted, is just change the overall note value to 16ths, at least for the first 3 beats of a 4-beat bar. So instead of going 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, we're going 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. We're actually stopping at the flam part, which is the first note of the Swiss Army Triplet on beat 4. I'll do that again. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Now, what I'd really recommend, if you haven't got this going already, is get fluent with the Swiss Army Triplet and that sticking itself on your practice pad first, or on the snare drum, so that you can kind of trust your hands to play that. Because when you take something like that, and this is something that happens in the grades all the time, actually in the Trinity grades, in the exercises, it's a really cool thing. They get you learning the rudiment with the kind of default mode sticking, but then so often what will happen, especially at the later grades, is they switch the note value up, so you're playing that thing with a different overall feel, which is really cool. So you've got to be able to, it comes down to trust, man. This is why we do rudiments, because why we practice, why we repeat, because what happens is our hands get used to it, it gets in our system, it becomes part of us, and then it comes down to trust. We can trust our hands to play it, even if we put some kind of rhythm or note value twist on like we're doing here. So right flam, right, left, all the way, but as 16th note. So it's a little 3-note sticking pattern, but with a 4-note long rhythm phrase or note value. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Now, to play the full fill, what I did is to play the right stick moving around the kit. And this was just the kind of most simple example of how you could just start mobilizing this around the drum kit a little bit. And what I did, every time the right stick plays its lovely repeating pattern of loud note, quiet note, or loud note tap, I moved to a different drum: snare drum, high tom, mid tom, floor tom. So you seen that? And I kept the left stick on the snare drum all the way. So on the pad or the snare drum, we've got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Around the kit. Okay, we'll do that classic bit of drilling where we'll go super slow, 1 bar groove, 1 bar fill, and we'll just repeat and build it. And remember, when you're doing this, for me anyway, when I do this in my practice, what I'm always looking for is that beautiful improvement zone where we get to the point where you can just about do it, but it's a little bit of a stretch. Live in that zone and you'll get faster and faster and faster. People say all the time, oh, I can't play this fast, I can't play this fast enough. Speed is something you build. It's not something that just happens. It's something you build, and it obviously relies on you having good technique and all those things, the right movements as well. But in terms of physical speed building, well, exactly that. You build it, man. So we're going to go slow here. And it might well be that your improvement zone at first is just lining the sticks up. That's completely fine. And then as you repeat, as you flow, 1 bar groove, 1 bar fill, pick up a bit of speed. You'll hit the point as you progress where you, the improvement zone. You can just about do it, but it's a bit of a stretch. And the speed at which you're in that zone will, of course, increase as you go along. So here we go, nice and steady. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 bar groove. And 3 and 4, here it comes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, here it comes. 1, 2 and 3. Bit fast. faster. And 3 and 4. You could even, if you wanted, if you got fluent with that, play something on the bass drum, maybe at the end, or play something else in the beat 4. There's a nice gap there at the end, isn't there? Maybe a kick. Or whatever else. And before anyone else says it, because I know somebody will, this indeed is reminiscent of the rhythm of the drum fill from In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, the first bit anyway. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Yeah, I get that it sounds a bit like that. Cool, so lovely. That's the Swiss Army Triplet, just one application of it. As I say, really important thing with that, I guess, it just makes sure you're fluent with the sticking first, and then have a play around with it. As ever with these fills, they're just the drum fill of the week things. They're just a starting point. I'm not saying this is how you have to play it, or this is the best way of playing, just a suggestion, man. Feel free to change the way it moves around the kit or anything like that. I just thought it was a really nice way of doing it that just came out when I was jamming with it. And thanks for watching as always. Really, really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel and these videos. I massively appreciate people doing that. Please follow Mike Barnes Drums on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and LinkedIn. That'd be great. And thanks, as always, to all the amazing people who support this channel via my Buy Me a Coffee support page. You can either buy me a coffee, which I massively appreciate, which is the one-off support thing, or you can become a monthly member. Shout out to 2 new monthly members today. Thanks so much. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, James and Mark, 2 new monthly members today. As a monthly member of £10 a month, you get a whole load of stuff. You get feedback on your drumming. You get priority requests on these videos. I'll write you a personalised, customised practice plan, which I'll update each month. You get members videos, you get email support from me. I'll record your video responses. So if you've got questions about your drumming, you can send them to me. If it's something that it would help that it was demonstrated, I'll record your video response and send it back. Plus, of course, you'd be supporting this channel and helping it grow. So thanks so much to all the amazing people who've done that. Really appreciate it. And I get that not everyone's in a position to do that. So thanks to all the lovely people who've supported this channel as well. Appreciate it so much. And watch this channel as well. Thanks a million. See you soon.